Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here or coming from Gerel's channel, hello, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while and clicked the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, today is a collaboration video with Miss Gerel Mata. She is another small YouTube creator here, and I messaged her and asked if she would love to collaborate with me, and she agreed, which makes me so happy. We basically sent each other videos and pictures and whatnot of our collection, and we picked each other's items to use for this video. So I'm super excited to film and do a full face with what she picked for me, and I'm also super excited to check out her video. So I will have that link down below so you can go check it out as well and give her some love. So without further ado, let's get started with this collaboration video. Okay, so just real quick, I wanted to let you know how I came about Gerel Mata's channel. So she actually has been subscribed to my channel for longer than I have been subscribed to hers. By the way, this is the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. She didn't pick this for me, but this is what I use to just bring back moisture into my skin. I did my skincare probably almost 3 hours ago, so I just need a little bit of moisture back in my skin. I noticed that she was commenting on a lot of my posts on Instagram and on my videos as well, and figured out that she was a YouTube creator as well. So I went to go check out her channel and subscribed. She is a mama like myself. She is also Hispanic. I'm not 100% sure where exactly she's from, but she speaks Spanish, and I think Spanish is her main language, like for her and either her husband or her family. If you didn't know, my kids' primary language is Spanish. I decided that I was going to teach my kids Spanish and have that be their first language. That is how I grew up, and I learned English basically through school. So yeah, we have quite a bit in common. We're about the same, well, not about the same age. She's a tiny bit older than me. I think she's 39 or 40. I'm 35. I just feel like we relate a lot. We message each other here and there, catch up. You know, with kids, sometimes life can get very busy, so we don't talk as often as we can, but we definitely do catch up here and there. I'm super excited to be doing this video with her, and yeah, I just want to get this makeup on my face. Okay, so first things first, primer. And she picked this Smashbox mattifying primer. It's fun doing these videos, especially when the person picking your makeup is a completely different skin type than you are. So I believe Gerel has an oily combo, I think she said. She deals with oils a lot. I am normal with an oily T-zone, so I usually only use mattifying primers for the T-zone, for the perimeters of my face. I try to use something that's a little bit more hydrating because I can get dry, especially when I haven't kept up with my water intake. Just around here, the hairline here, a little bit like by the eyebrows. So I try to keep the perimeters of my face nice and moisturized. I'm only using this Smashbox primer for my T-zone. That is the only area that I pretty much deal with oils. For the foundation, she picked the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Foundation. And I actually love this foundation, and I recently used it because I did do a full face, I believe, of MAC recently. I own the shade C3, I think it's the shade. It's a very lightweight foundation. Don't expect full coverage with this because you're not going to get it. But it is just so pretty, so hydrating. I love it. I'm going to use my Sonia G Jumbo Base Brush. This is a decent match. I could probably go maybe one shade darker, but I do love this. I think it is a beautiful, lightweight, light medium coverage foundation. Okay, and here is what that foundation is looking like. It's like a light medium right now, more on the lighter side, but that's how I enjoy it. But it just makes my skin look so hydrated. Okay, for concealers, she did pick two. I'm not sure why, but it's okay. We're gonna use both of them. The NYX Bear With Me in shade, I think this is Golden, and the Beauty Blender Bounce Concealer. It's the Airbrush Liquid Whip Concealer, and I have the shade Medium Nude 2.50N. So we're going to use both of these. I think I'm going to start with the Beauty Blender. This one's a tiny bit more on the lighter side, at least compared to the NYX. I actually do enjoy this concealer. It's a little bit more on the dry side, so if you have super dry under eyes, I don't think you'll enjoy this. I think the last time I saw this at Sephora, it was on sale, so I don't know if they're going to discontinue it, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was decent. When they came out with their skin tint beauty blender, I purchased the concealer as well. Now I'm going to pump a tiny bit of the NYX Bear With Me. This one's like a little pump, and I'm going to apply some of it on my under eyes. Not too much. I can definitely get overboard with this concealer because it's a pump. So let's start with that and see how it looks. I'm going to use my Sonia G Mini Base. This is my absolute favorite concealer brush. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but it just blends everything so nice. I love it. This is my second one. I body back up. See how you can tell that the Beauty Blender is a tiny bit on the lighter side, but it's okay. We're gonna make this work. I usually don't like brighter under eyes. That's not my jam. It just makes my under eyes look older, but this is blending great. Okay, my lovelies, now it's time for powder. She did pick two different powders for me. I normally use two powders. I normally use a different one for my under eyes than I do for the rest of my face. So I'm thinking maybe that's why she chose two for me. I appreciate it. She chose the Westman Atelier. This is the Vital Pressed Skincare Powder, and I have the shade Translucent. And she chose the Fenty powder. This is just the Pro Filter. This one's a tiny bit dry for my skin. It's not a favorite. So I'm going to use the loose powder for the whole face, and I'm going to use the Westman Atelier for my under eyes. Hopefully it works. I've used it before and I did not love it in my under eyes, but we'll see how it goes. Here is what everything is looking like. The concealers are actually looking pretty nice. Yeah, I'm happy with my complexion right now. Good job, Gerel. Good job. Okay, so I usually set my under eyes with some setting powder before going in with powder. So I just sprayed the back of my hand with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just going to set my under eyes and make sure there are no creases. This is the best method I have found to work for my under eyes with having the least amount of creasing. There's going to be some creasing, you know, in the under eyes. That's just how it goes. Okay, so I'm dipping my puff in the Westman Atelier and setting my under eyes. This Westman Atelier powder is very finely milled. It's a decent powder as a finishing powder, but for setting my whole face, I don't enjoy it because it doesn't hold the oils in my T-zone. For a finishing powder, I do enjoy it. It's $75, so it's expensive. And for me personally, I don't think the price tag is worth it. Okay, now for the face, the whole face, I'm going to jump in to the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. And what shade do I have? Butter. Butter is the shade I have. This is a BQ Beauty 104, and I used a Makeup Forever puff for my under eyes. I don't use brushes anymore to set my under eyes. I just feel like it doesn't work as well, so I always use a puff to set my under eyes. What growing old does to you. Okay, so this Fenty Beauty powder, I find that it's a little bit too drying and too mattifying. So maybe in the summer I'll enjoy it more. I believe in Texas I didn't use it that much. I probably should have because it's so humid over there. But the times I have tried this, it's just a tiny bit too drying for my personal liking. Okay, face is nice and powdered. It's actually still looking good. Not looking dry. It's just looking matte. A tiny bit more matte than I normally like it, but it's okay. Once my oils start seeping through, it'll look perfect. I have been keeping up with my water intake, so we're good. And under eyes are looking decent. Okay, next is eyes. Real quick, the Fenty Beauty powder does have a scent to it. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this powder, just FYI. Okay, so for the eyes, she chose the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette, and it's a pretty soft kind of palette. We're going to the grocery store after this, so I'm not trying to go crazy with my eye look. Okay, I am probably going to speed through this because I don't want this video to be super long. BK Beauty 201. Morphe and Jacqueline JH33. Sonia G Detail Brush. NYX Glitter Glue. Elf Crease Brush. Okay, my lovelies, this is what the eye look looks like. I did go into a white concealer in my inner corner before going in with that like bone shade. Just could really pop. I do really enjoy this Anastasia Nouveau palette. I think they did such a good job with the last two releases for their eyeshadow palettes, which is this one and Rose Metals, I think, right? Yeah, such a good job. Okay, now it's eyebrows, and she picked a product that I'm not a huge fan of. The Rare Beauty. It's basically a pencil on one side and a brow gel on the other. Brow gel is great. I have used up almost all of it. I think it's pretty much on its last leg. It's pretty much almost dried out. The pencil, gosh, just the shape of it. It is so hard to line my brows with this. So I have here a little spoolie and a brush at the other end because I typically need help. This is just such a hard pencil to work with. Every time I've used it, I absolutely detest my eyebrows. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of this, try and spread it, and use that other tool if I need to, but it's just not the best. I do not like that pencil at all. Yeah, like, see, I'm gonna have to clean that up. It's just not a good pencil. They need to come out with just the brow gel on its own because the brow gel is bomb.com. Just that pencil is trash, honestly. Brows look all right. Feel like this one's a little more wonky than this one. It is what it is. I did have to end up dipping the little angled brush into the pencil and just filling it out in like that, but it's fine. Okay, for the brow gel, she picked the Patrick Ta Brow Lamination Gel. I love this stuff. It is so good. One of my top brow gels for sure. It dries super quick. It does leave your eyebrows a tiny bit crusty, so if that's not your jam, this is not going to be for you, but it's one of the only brow gels that keeps them up and in place. Love it. They do have, I think, a mini, so if you don't want to try the full one, try the mini just to see how you might like it, but it's definitely become my top brow gel. There are others that I enjoy, but if I had to say which one is my number one, it's probably this Patrick Ta. It does dry fairly quick, and if you try to run your brush through it after it dries, it turns white and it has like crust and whatnot. So work fast, one eyebrow at a time for sure. Okay, I'll do the mascara here later. We actually forgot to pick mascaras for each other. For bronzer, she did not pick a cream bronzer for me, which makes me so sad because I pretty much use a cream bronzer every single time I put my makeup on, but it's okay because she still picked some good ones. She did pick up two, so maybe she chose one that she thought would be more like a sculpting shade and then another one like a bronzer shade. So she chose the Lilah B, and this is in the shade Be Sun Kissed. Unfortunately, this is no longer available. Lilah B went out of business, which is so sad because it was such a good brand, especially if you like the more natural kind of makeup. And then she picked a Dior bronzer. I actually do enjoy this a lot. As you could tell, the Dior embossment is gone. The only thing about this one is that I really have to build it up, which sucks. This is in the shade 05 Warm Bronze, and I think there's only 8 shades available, which is crazy, and I'm shade 5, you know? So I think I'm going to use this one more as a bronzing shade and the Dior as a almost sculpting shade, just because I feel like this one's a tiny bit more on the neutral side. This is a Sigma and Brianna Fox 5. So I'm going to apply this where I would put my sculpting contour shades. But I mean, it's a pretty one. The formula is really nice. I really have to build it up. And I think it's crazy that there's 8 shades available. At least I think it's 8 shades. And I'm already at shade 5, you know? Okay, so there is the Dior bronzer. And now I'm going to jump in to the Lilah B. And this one does have a tiny bit of sheen in it. I believe there's only like 2 shades available. Lilah B had a horrible shade range. Okay, so this is a Make Beauty brush. It's like the universal powder brush that they have to offer. And we're gonna use this as our bronzer brush. I do really enjoy this Lilah B bronzer. I just really have to build it up. I think the other one looked a tiny bit too dark, but honestly, I probably could have gone away with it. But as you can see, it's a very like natural, subtle kind of bronze. I do really enjoy it. I think it's super pretty. Okay, now comes blush. And then as you can see, that bronzer is very like natural. I love it. The Lilah B, that is. I love both the ones that she picked, but the Lilah B is just, it's what I used the most of. Okay, now comes blush, and she did pick a cream blush for me. I'm pretty sure I have used this on top of powder, so I think we'll be okay. And it is the Dominique Cosmetics Cream Blush in Soft Pink. My eye look is kind of warm. Oh yeah, eyelashes. Mascaras I used is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll and the MAC Extended Play Giga Black. I always mix mascaras. Okay, so here is the shade, and hopefully it looks okay. The only thing about this blush is that the closure is magnetic, and I feel like the seal is not enough for this cream blush. So if you don't pick this up for a good minute, it does create a layer of dried blush up top, and sometimes you have to like use your finger to get through that layer, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so this is a Morphe Y5 brush, and I'm just going to kind of stamp this, or stipple, however you want to say it. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I think it looks decent with this eye look. I love this blush from Dominique Cosmetics. It is so pretty. The formula is great. And as you could tell, it's working really nice on top of powder. I have no lifting. Just that is the only complaint, is the packaging. Since it's magnetic, the seal is not that great, and if you don't use this for a while, you do have to scrape off that top layer that has dried out. See how pretty that blush is? So pretty. That soft pink is gorgeous. Okay, next is highlight. and then just lips and setting spray. Okay, so she chose the Westman Atelier, and this is the Lit Up Highlight Stick in Nectar. I have a mini, and I actually do really enjoy this. It's just that it's a cream, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes on top of powder, but the other times, have I used it on top of powder? I think I have. I think the technique I use. So this is the BK Beauty 113, and this brush actually works beautifully with cream highlights. There it is, you see that? And lifting is not happening, which is great. Yeah, I think if you're just strategic with the tool you use, you should be fine. This is working really well, but I have found that this brush is perfect for applying cream highlight on top of powder. So pretty, such a natural glow. Oh, I forget how much I love this. Okay, and last but not least, as far as makeup goes, she picked a Buxom lip liner for me. We basically just said, for lip liners, pick a brand and we'll let you know if we own it, and then we'll pick a shade. I only own one from Buxom. This is Dolly Danger, and it's like a mauvey kind of tone, and it's like that jumbo lip pencil that they have. I don't even know if they still sell these. I purchased this during the 21 Days of Beauty Ulta sale. Geez, I want to say it was probably over 2 years ago. Oh, like I said, a mauvey kind of shade. Oh, this blush here is bugging me. I do enjoy this formula. It reminds me of MAC Cosmetics. I don't know if this lip is gonna go with this eye look, so we're gonna kind of smudge it out so that it's not so prominent. Okay, that is what the lip liner looks like. This jumbo pencil has a little lip brush. I use that to smudge and just kind of feather out the lip liner, and I think it looks good. Not clashing with the eye look. Okay, so the brand for the lipsticks that she chose is MAC Cosmetics. So I pulled out 3 shades that I thought would go with this lip liner. Babe Town is the first one, and this is one of their cream formula lipstick. So it's like a very light nude pink. The next one is Sell Out, and this is the Lustre Glass formula, and it's like a lipstick and lip balm mixture. And then Thanks, it's MAC, another Lustre Glass. I feel like I use Think It's MAC a lot. This one's more pink, so I don't think this one will go Sell Out. See how it's like, yeah, I don't think this one. I might mix. Let me mix Thanks It's MAC with the other one. So I'm gonna put this here, and like I said, this is like a balm and lipstick hybrid. Okay, and then I'm going to put Babe Town, which is more of a cream, so hopefully it doesn't. Okay, so that's what the lips look like. A little too pink for the eye look, but I feel like it looks okay. All right, she did choose a setting spray for me. I usually forget this step, but she did choose one for me. She chose the Professional Super Setter. I ended up purchasing this like a little mini of it just to try it out. I honestly don't remember what I think of it, and it's not spraying. I know it has product in here. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Oh, there it goes. Jesus. I don't know if it was dried up or what, but it's spraying now. Very fine mist. Okay, and here is the finished, completed look of my makeup being chosen by another YouTuber. Yeah, it looks pretty. I love it. I honestly don't remember how I feel about this, but I'm glad that we're trying it out again today. But let me bring you in closer so we could see how everything looks. Okie dokie. So here is a close-up. I think the eye look is my favorite part. I forget how much I love that Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette. It's so pretty. There are the cheeks. I scratched my blush. So that Dominique Cosmetics blush does not stay sticky, which is nice. Okay, and I think the lip looks okay with the eye look. We did not pick eyeliners for each other. I totally forgot. And I'm okay with not wearing eyeliner. I've been getting those little white dots on my waterline and the upper waterline every time I wear eyeliner. So I don't know if maybe the one that I used was expired or what. So I've just kind of been staying away from eyeliner. But I think my base looks beautiful. These under eyes, they look flawless. So smooth. I might be using the Westman Atelier as under eye powder more often. Okay, but yeah. Here it is. Great job, Gerel. My makeup looks fabulous. Okay, well that's going to be it for this video. So happy that we did this collaboration. Gerel, you did great. My makeup looks beautiful. Thank you. So excited. Make sure to check out her channel. I will leave it down below. I'm not sure at what time we're uploading the video, but I will for sure put the link to her channel. And then as soon as her video, if it goes up after mine does, is available, then I'll link the video itself as well. The links to everything I used will be down below, except for the items that are not available, because there is a couple, I think. But yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Gerel. I had so much fun using the makeup that you chose for me. It all turned out great, as you can see. Remembering how much I love some of these products that I have in my collection. So thank you, and I cannot wait to watch your video. All right, my lovelies. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it all truly just means the world to me. And if you're coming over from Gerel's channel, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you choose to stay. I would love to have you to be a part of my YouTube family. Well, with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Okay, I will see you on the next video. Bye.